So let's just jump right in by talking about holiday gift giving.
To give or to receive?
Well, first of all, notice we keep saying holiday because the December, basically 10th through the first of the year, has a lot of different holidays. A lot of them are religious. And so we want to make sure that we're talking about the holidays and not things like Christmas
Or Kwanzaa.
or whatever it is that you celebrate. You want to stick with holidays to be respectful to everyone's traditions. So you can't buy, for example, your clients a holiday card that has a Christmas tree if they are Jewish. That is offensive.
Right. And then there are some people who don't have any religious background at all, and the holidays are not a religious time for them. And it really is just the commercialization of the season.
And that's okay too. But we want to make sure that the way that we are showing appreciation and reaching out to clients, prospects, and advancing the ball, it's just respectful to everybody and whatever their views may be. I want to just, like I said, jump in by talking about gift giving. What I like to do is, and I am basically, for lack of a better phrase, in a sales, business development type role, which means I have to beg people all day to do business with me. And so I like to think of it as everybody that is a client of mine gets a holiday card. It doesn't matter what size relationship that they have with us, they get a holiday card. And then I think about, who do I want to give holiday gifts to?
Okay, that's really interesting because I actually do not really send holiday cards. I think for me, and maybe because in my world I get so many, I want to convey during the holidays that the person is special to me. And so anything that does not convey that the person is special to me, I feel like does more harm than it does good. So for that reason, on the e-cards, right? Nobody
no electronic anything. Stop that.
Stop that. Nobody ever felt special because they got an electronic card. Like in this day and age with so much technology, if you're going to drop a card, you get more credit by actually taking and signing a card, not some mass printed card. That feels more special if you're going to do the card.
And to that point, Demetra, in our office, we literally have stacks of cards that are moving amongst the team, because what we like to do is have every person that has anything to do with supporting that relationship physically sign. So while you're checking email or listening to conference calls, you're signing your name and you pass that stack to the next person, because you're right. Getting a card that says, "Happy Holidays, 'tis the season," from the Thompson and Knight family with a stamp. No one appreciates that. That's useless.
Right. So if you're just getting the corporate homie holiday card, which you won't be getting because we'll be following these tips, it just doesn't make people feel special. If you're going to send a card, then you should do so in a way that makes people feel special. Also with holiday cards, I think if you're going to send holiday cards, then try to be either ahead of the rush or after the rush. So then I say, if you're going to send cards, send them before December 15th or after the new year. Or even better, send a holiday card at the non-traditional holiday time. So that will definitely also distinguish you. If you become the Valentine's Day card person or the spring card person, when they're not getting tons of cards, I think that also can help with the holiday cards.
That's a great point. Anything that you can do to set yourself apart, to stand out in a good way, is always an outstanding idea. And speaking of making people feel special, the next thing we do is we put together gifts, and we have smaller gifts, we have larger gifts, we have, just depending on either the size of the relationship or the opportunity or whatever it may be. And something that I like to do that really goes a long way in, advancing that ball, making people feel special, getting into the holiday season, is our gifts always come from a local business that's to that community. So it's a way to introduce that small business, that local business to your clients, to your network of people. And also it's a way to patronize that local business.
Now, for me with gifts are just a handful of people. I would say I send gifts to less than 20 people, business contacts a year. So I like to give gifts that have either, I think gifts fall in one or two categories. You either send something that is very unique to you and your organization or your geographic location. So you're like, I work in Memphis and I am sending everybody barbecue, or I am in Texas and we have grape pecan pie. And so I'm sending pecan pie and everybody gets that. Or I am in Georgia and I'm sending a box of peaches, something that is personalized to you. And then you could probably send that in a more mass way because people will remember, oh, that's right. That is Demetra. She's from Georgia. She's a Georgia peach. She sends peaches, and people will remember that. It will distinguish you. Or I give people something that is very personalized to them. So the gift is either very personalized to me and my organization, or it's very personalized to them. And if I don't know them well enough to know what to give them in a personalized gift, then I don't give them anything. And then what I think to myself is they need to be on my to-do list for the next year to get to know better, because I did want to send them a gift, but it turns out I don't know enough about them to send them a personalized gift.
Right, and that's a great point. And then sometimes you can catch a break where those two things marry one another. So, for example, I live here in Tampa, and 4 years ago, a local Tampa toffee company made Oprah's favorite things.
Oh,
And
that's
so we were able to not only give the gifts and have the tins customized, we're able to support a small locally owned business. And then we were able to tell people, like a little sticker, by the way, this was one of Oprah's favorite things. So that's just when you catch one of those trifecta breaks.
right, because everybody loves Oprah. And then sometimes if there's been a group, especially within my organization, that was extremely helpful, like I have had a big project and I needed to use word processing, I will send the whole department like muffins for Christmas or for the holidays, or I'll send the whole department poinsettias. One year, I think I bought each of the operators a mug with their initial to say thank you, in a way to do it like that. So that's kind of I think our tips on holiday gift giving.